We are the rulers of the root. And the album's called This Sugar Tit Life.
What is it? What do you do? What do you guys do?
Oh God, you mean music-wise? It's sort of, well, it's searching for the lost chord really. I'm looking to create music that I feel as though I've been searching for. You think that there's some perfect kind of music out there. I mean, I remember, I think it was a dream I had one night, and I've kept on thinking I found this perfect band that was just, this is before I even started writing songs, and I was trying to think, who are they? And then I woke up, and there wasn't that perfect band. A lot of the songs latterly have come from books I've read. I read books and I get stimulated, and sometimes a song comes out of that. A lot of the songs on this album are, at least 3 or 4 are based on books. Lubyanka Blues was about a story in Solzhenitsyn, you know, the Russian writer. Night the Hunter is the story from Davis Grubb, famous film with Robert Mitchum. Sugar Tit Life is based on Winter's Bone, which was Daniel Woodrell. So the books I read and I think, God, that's a nice little expression. And it's something to get you going, to actually have a hook, and also just an idea behind it.
So let's go to the beginning of you writing music then, the story of that.
Well, I'll take you back. I had said that I'd like to learn the guitar properly, because I'd kind of played around, as everybody does with guitars, but I said I want to learn properly. So the Christmas before, Nancy bought me a guitar, and then she got diagnosed with a particularly nasty form of cancer, which it wasn't at all sure whether or not she was going to survive the operation. In fact, it looked pretty dodgy, to say the least. Anyway, she underwent a 7.5-hour operation, and then she went in the hospital, had this huge operation, and it was awful. And then she came out, and the diagnosis still wasn't confirmed. I mean, we had to wait 5 years to get the all clear, but the operation was successful, and I had her back, you know. So a couple of songs came out of that. I was lucky enough to work with John, who is a really good musician and has played with lots of bands. And I said, listen, I've got a couple of songs, I'd really like to actually record them and give them to Nancy for a Christmas, for her birthday. So he listened to them, he says, it's quite good. So he was really generous, and we spent a lot of time with him and his cousin called Jamie Duffin. We went to Jamie's studio and recorded the songs, and I gave them to Nancy for a Christmas present. So, but that was like the start of it, and it was like a leaky tap. I just started writing loads of songs, one after the other, and I got really stimulated, and suddenly I'd written another sort of half dozen songs. So that's really it. But myself and John got that together. We decided that we had potentially enough songs to actually perform some. So Chris is another technician who I work with. He was interested in playing the drums with us, but then we got a friend of John's to come and join us on the bass, and we started getting a few gigs and produced the first album. And now we're on the second. So it's all happened relatively, like late for me. John has already had a career in music, and so is Stewart, our bass player. I sort of hand these songs that are like sort of skeletons to John, pretty much complete. He can kind of bring them to life by kind of tweaking them, adding a few colour chords, slightly rearranging them, making them sound exciting. As I say, I kind of take the bodies to him, and he does this kind of Frankenstein on it and puts some electricity in the body. Works well. He seems to understand exactly where I'm coming from about all the songs. So I write the songs, and he helps me with the music, and we create a song, and it works really well. And Stuart's joined the band a couple of years ago, and he's got lots of ideas, and he's written songs. Alan used to play with John in bands in the past, so he's been around the block as well. And Alan has played with us various times at gigs. He's now playing most of the time with Joe Bone and Dark Vibes, but Alan's playing with us at the gig, which is great because it kind of fills that whole thing out.
So take me through just time-wise. So there was after your wife got the all clear, was the first album immediately after that?
She got diagnosed in 2004 and had the operation. She got the all clear about 2009, and that album came out in 2014. I probably wrote the first couple of songs with her for about 2005, and then I started writing other songs, and so it's another 8 or 9 years before we actually got enough to for the first album.
So yeah, what's the process been like the second time then?
Well, the good thing was we had the bones of an album already, because there was several songs that we never finished for the first album. I mean, it was still hard work, but it kind of came together, and I think we kind of approached it in a more relaxed and logical fashion. And we've learned a lot of lessons, and doing things, you know, probably in a more professional manner. You know, we do this all ourselves. I mean, John and Chris are really good at recording because they're sound engineers, so they understand what they're looking for.
So are you happy with the end product?
I am actually. I'm pleased with it. I'm quite pleased with the way it's turned out, and it's quite punchy, and some of the songs are sounding really great. But and it makes you want to do more, you know.
Is there kind of a validation, or if that's even the word, in when you go on stage to sing these songs and Nancy is stood there? Because it kind of seems to all stem from an illness in which she may not have been there.
That's a good question. I've never really thought about that. Yeah, the spark of creativity actually happened because she was ill, and I was by myself, stuck in the flat, worried sick about her in hospital, and started writing words, you know. So yeah, I'd never thought about it like that, but possibly.
Someone's going to come to the show. What do they expect? What should they expect to see? What do you want them to get out of it, and all these things, you know?
A bit of a laugh, a bit of a shock, and a bit of original music that's not too engineered and been dragged through a filter and overworked. A bit of rough around the edges. There's nothing wrong with rough around the edges, as long as it sounds tight. Is that all that you need to know?